laying it up. You keep it laying it up. Yeah.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Shane Davis.
No, you're not.
I could be.
And I am Brandon Fountain, and we are the Controlled Labubu.
Yeah, right. It's La Bobo.
Dude, when you came over to the house, you've always said that Birdie always corrects you because you always fuck with her and
She
say
gets
it wrong.
mad.
And you came over to the house the other day, and you said it, and it's so funny because she can't say it, but
No.
she corrects you every
And
time.
with pure confidence.
She did, too.
It's a Bobo.
That's exactly.
It's like, well, just like at her
a
birthday, when we're doing her cake, and she's trying to take a picture, and she just got this,
Yeah.
just that awful forced smile, and I was like, everybody watch, now laugh. And when she'll do like, she takes the best pictures, but she just has to.
That's so funny, dude.
If she has to be forced into it, she can't do it.
Where'd
But
she pick up that smile from?
my awkwardness,
I guess just like trying to like teach her how to smile or something. I don't know. It's just, it's so funny,
We've got a
dude.
couple of them because we get, I've got, a whole spectrum of children and school pictures they just got done with. And it's so funny because, like, there's just, you just for whatever reason, like I've got Axel, he takes hilarious pictures. But when you catch them in the wild, they're perfect. Like, but to get them to smile in front of a stranger, it's
That's funny.
it's the worst.
Oh,
So how was your weekend?
You know.
Bro, I am just saying it's been, the weather's been kind of like warm during the day, cold at night. We had the bright idea to try to go camping last weekend.
At the house.
Well, so no, originally we were going to go camping. Like it was, it turned into camping at the house. But we started back in 2021. I, being the badass I am, I put this whole trip together for me and my wife, and we were gonna go to Nolans. Which, by the way, pro tip. If you're ever walking down through Bourbon Street, this is something that anybody who's been there, you're going to ha-ha. And if you haven't and you're planning on going, write this shit down.
Heed this warning.
When you go to Bourbon Street, and you can like Google this, like Google things that you should look out for on Bourbon Street or YouTube them, and you're going to hear exactly what I'm about to drop on you. You're going to... I mean, almost immediately when you get on Bourbon Street, someone's going to walk up to you and they're going to say, I bet you $20 I can tell you where you got those shoes from. And no matter what you say, unless you say one phrase, they are going to demand $20 from you. And I've seen a lot of people get punked into this. Like, especially people who don't travel, especially if you're not a salesperson or deal with people. Like, a lot of people get, like, weird, nervous, and they're like, oh, here's $20.
Yeah,
and
I wish the fuck I would.
because, it's a sketchy-looking person most of the time, and they have 100% confidence saying, give me $20. They're not asking. They're saying, you owe me $20 now. You lost the deal. Now give me my money.
So what's the punchline?
No matter what you say,
They say the shoe store?
they say either on your feet or the shoe store. But regardless, you're beat unless you say, I got them right here in Nolans. If you say those words, they look at you and they're like, he knows. And then they walk off. And it fucking works because... Bro, I'm a weirdo. If I'm going anywhere, I got to learn as much as I can about it before I get there because I don't want to be like, that dumb tourist. Like, I want to kind of know a little bit about my surroundings. And I saw this on like 5 different videos on YouTube. And I was like, really? And dude, I was prepared. And me and Cameron get on Bourbon Street, walk for like 5 minutes. And sure enough, some dude who looks like he's about to wash my car window at a stoplight walks up to me and says the same, I bet you $20, I can tell you where you got them shoes. And I hit him with that right here in Nolans. And he gave me a hug and walked off. And, bro, for about a quarter mile, nobody fucked with me after that. Because, like, it's almost like you got turf on Bourbon Street. Like, there's like a couple hustlers work together in this section, and then you walk 20 feet, and then there's a new set of hustlers in a new section. Like, bro, we got to have dinner at this restaurant. I sat there at the window, and we got to watch people get hustled for like an hour and a half. It was crazy. Like, I was like, bro, these guys are making real money hustling, because a lot of people were like, oh, got me. And they definitely didn't get laid that night. You know what I mean? You get punked out by some stranger on Bourbon Street out of $20. Like, crazy.
You damn near got to just hit me over the head and take my damn wallet, bro.
Bro, even if I had no clue about any of that nonsense, I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
No.
I live in fucking America, so I don't have to deal with this shit.
Nah.
Get the hell out of here.
Walk off. Yeah. What are we doing? I'm not giving you. I wouldn't give my kids $20. They, $10 to mow
I
the
don't
grass.
give them $20 for having good
Hell
grades.
no. It's expected.
Oh, shit,
but
dude.
no, so
You're not lying. It's a real thing.
straight up, it's crazy.
I literally went to Google and I typed in New Orleans, I bet, and it finished the sentence.
Bro,
that's crazy.
it is wild. It happened to me, and it worked. Because I mean, without hesitation, I was so excited to hit him with it. I was like, ooh, but I was kind of like, what if it doesn't work? What if he's like, nope? But it worked, and it was funny, and it was great.
So they'll clean your shoes though, like for the 20, like.
Well, that's what I meant, like, because where I grew up at, all the time, you would stop at traffic lights, and like a homeless dude would start spraying your window down and start wiping it, and then demand money. They kind of do that on Bourbon Street, but they'll come up and start cleaning your shoes, and then give me money. And it's like, whoa, get on my feet, like, stop. Like, honestly, like, I've seen a lot of homeless people. Bourbon Street's got the best ones. Like, they're pretty dope. Like, they're like dudes doing magic shows. Like they're like, what's the word I'm looking for?
See, those are the type, bro. Okay, I know who I am as a person. If someone's just dead ass homeless, right? But they're doing a whole production magic show, I'm fucking giving them money.
Straight up.
I'm gonna give you money for that,
bro. I am, because I've got like a built-in fuck you when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, because especially if you catch me on the wrong day, like, I don't mean to be a prick, but
it's just you.
I take care of 10 kids, and I'm not just going to take care of a random adult stranger. Like, I'm just not. And
you've also got like you're kind of like, I don't want to say socially awkward,
I've
but
got
you've got some social. You've got some social quirks, right?
I was probably got a little touch of the tism somewhere.
I think you got a little touch of the tism in there.
It depends on where I'm at, honestly. Like, because, like, I've had times where I've bumped into, like, a homeless person. He just caught me on the right day, and there was this dude, and I was probably, like, 17, and it was 110 degrees outside. Like, it probably felt like 130. Like, it was terrible. And this poor soul was just, just dripping sweat. And I didn't have any money, but I had a hat, and I just bought Carl's Jr., and I literally was like, get in my car, had him roll around with me in the AC for a minute, put a hat on, gave him my Carl's Jr., gave him a drink, and then sent him on his way.
Where was this?
Right next to PetSmart. Or it was right next to Promenade Mall, the Carl's Jr. at Promenade.
How long ago was this?
When I worked at PetSmart back in the day.
Okay.
So it was like 17. Like, but it was just, but here's the thing. For the one of those, me being a good soul, there's hundreds. Get the fuck out of my face. Yeah. Like, no, man. Fuck you. I take care of
this. This is so funny. So this is a Reddit post. the subreddit, or the Reddit is the subreddit is called Ass Nala, right? Listen to this shit. We've been in NOLA all week and seen most of the common street scams I'm familiar with, but this one is new to me. I've been approached multiple times, and they told me they like my shoes, and then they'll say something like, bet I know where you got them. But by that point, I'm already walking away. Obviously, they're not going to be able to tell me actually where I got my shoes from. So what's the real punchline? What are they hoping will happen?
Anything that comes
so
out of your
funny,
mouth, they've got you. It's because, like you say, you called it a minute ago. On your feet is the common answer that they're going to hit you with. And guess what? you can't really argue with that. But I will. But no, sir.
What a crazy life.
Well, and
man.
bro, and I'm telling you, no shit. They're making a couple $100 a day on that alone. Like, you get 10 people a day, it's $200. Like,
bro, I think so if you've noticed here, and now that I'm telling you this, pay attention to it. You'll see it even more. It's not in every area, but it's in. I give you the areas I know that this system works or this system happens, but 71st and 169 Mingo, right up yonder. Mm-hmm. There's homeless people. They're always there, right? And they've got a sign for whatever reason, but you'll see one and they have an orange vest on.
Yeah, yes.
That is like, that's an indicator that you're the man that's on point. You get to be there. And every hour or what, quote, time frame, whatever they use, they share that vest, right? Like the next person wears it.
You have shifts.
If you're in that area and you're panhandling and you don't have the vest on, you will get your freaking ass beat. And it's like a street code.
For sure. Well, because
and if you think, hey, I'm just gonna go over there and do it, what are they? Well, be ready to fight.
No, they definitely like
women too.
Yeah, bro. I was gonna say, like, off of our exit, when you get off at 31st off 169, I'm sure you've noticed the very thin lady.
Oh yeah,
dude, that is her area, and she's kind of in the hood.
Well, she shares it with the black dude in the wheelchair too.
Gotcha,
seen him there a whole lot.
Gotcha. But I promise you, if you're an outsider, if you're a freshly new homeless, you better stay away from that area.
Yeah,
like
that bitch looks like she'll stab you with a dirty needle.
Yeah, they don't play games. Like, it's well, and like, I worked at David L. Moss, which is right next to John 3:16, right, bro? Because the parking lot, I don't want to get too specific, but the parking lot is like almost parallel to John 3:16, and like, I would be getting out of my car all the time, dudes having fist fights over. I mean, just throwing hands. Like remember bum fights? Bum fights was great. Like, that was a normal
admitting to knowing that.
It was the only thing. You know what I mean? Like, we had rotten.com and we had bum fights.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, they were awful, but at the time, they were
You
great.
forgot one.
Girls Gone Wild?
No, I was gonna say Bang Bus, but
one up. But no, so we bought all this camping shit to bring it all the way back around. Because my dumb plan was we were going to hit New Orleans, and then we were going to go stay on the beach at this place called Grand Isle, which is on the tippiest tip of the penis of Louisiana. And it's crazy because you drive a 20-mile highway over water to get to this island.
Oh, is that in New Orleans? Is that where that's at? Okay.
Well, it's in Louisiana. It's not. It's a few
Louisiana.
hours from there, but it was the longest strip of a road over ocean that I've ever. Like, it was nuts. Like, I couldn't believe it. But on the website, it was like a state park. It said that you can tent camp on the beach. So we were gonna tent camp on the beach at this island for like 4 days, I think was the plan. And we get there, and I guess Hurricane Katrina had happened last year, and they were still. I mean, it looked like a war zone. I'm pulling in, and it's like 4:00 in the afternoon, so it's like, we're not far from the sun dropping. We're pulling in, and all these houses are on stilts, but they're all fucked up. Like, they're all. I mean, I was like, huh, this is weird, and then we get to the state park, and it had a big "we're closed" sign on it.
Bro, Katrina was in 2005.
Well, then, what's that one? What's the? It was one somewhere around 2020 to 21.
Was it Hector or the Iwan?
Isabel? Was that one? It seems like it was one. It was whatever. It was a hurricane. And
anyway,
it was,
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was. So basically what happened is all the locals, their houses were destroyed. And so the state park granted them all access to live on the state park until their homes were fixed. So when we got there, it was zero open to, like, you know, tourists, and only the people, like the people who actually live there are living on the state park. So then we had to scramble and ended up finding it was like a kind of a motel, but it was right there on the beach. It was ended up working out cool because we didn't have to camp. We had a room, and then we're within, you know, a football throw distance of the water. So it was still fun. Ended up costing a lot more money than I anticipated. But either way, we had a ton of camping shit. I mean, we bought everything, and we didn't use any of it. So go camping this weekend, we start getting everything out, and we're like, I don't think we have, you know, enough. Like, we didn't have enough sleeping bags. Us taking kids camping is a chore. You know what I mean?
Oh, I can imagine.
It's a chore. And was going through my fishing poles. I had to re-string them. It was going to be a lot of work to get us to go camping. So I was like, we'll just, you know, do it at the house. And I'm like, I don't want to. I've never used these tents, and they've been sitting in boxes for a few years. So put the tents together, did all that. We've had a lot of rain this week, so I had a bunch of wet firewood. That was a nightmare. But either way, we camped at my house Saturday night.
And how was that?
You know, it was that. It was I had to, because, you know, I've got a 4-year-old that wants to be right in the middle of everything, from beginning to end. And then I've got a 9-year-old who's my best bud, and he wants to know everything. Like, it's just, and they love me so much, and I love them so much. But when you're sweating and you're like, because I put these tents together by myself, like with another person, like if me and you was doing it, it'd have been nothing. But doing it by myself, I'm having to, like, stand in weird spots, hold it up, because I had Cameron at that point keeping the kids entertained enough so I could do this terrible part. So it was a nightmare. But after it was all said and done, they thanked me, and that was cool. They were like, "Man, thank you so much for making this happen."
That's cool.
So that was, you know,
doesn't that feel good?
It was nice. We found Sunday we went hiking. We had just a whole.
Where'd y'all go?
Ulugal Lake, bro.
They have a hiking trail there.
They have a ton of hiking trails. Like,
That's
it was
pretty cool.
And they have like signage out in front of them that will show you the path. And then there's easy, moderate, and then difficult. And they cover all like there's like an island that sits on Ulugal Lake that you can take this trail, and there's a part where you can get over to it, and then there's an easy trek around it, and then there's a, like, you have to climb, like, a hard trek through it, which we didn't do that one, but
yeah,
it was cool. Like, it was actually really cool. And
who all did you go with?
Cameron, Bird, Cooper.
Y'all took birdie camping? I mean, hiking?
Yeah. Well, and that's what we did. We got this app that is called, like, All Trails. And it basically, you can filter it to, like, what's closest to you, what's the age range of you know, your kids you're taking, and then it'll kind of filter it out to what might be the best for you. And this one was just like an easy. It was like like 1.25 miles, like a mile and a quarter, and yeah, literally just walked you by, like, the lake kinda, and then there was another trail where you could, like, actually climb down into all the caverns and stuff, and we, you know. Like, no, right, we ain't doing that one. But
have you ever heard of geocaches? Geocaching?
Mm-mm.
You guys would probably like it because y'all like to
like
do
actually, like, going and finding geodes.
No,
See, I found 4.
There's these things called geocaches, and there's a couple of apps. There's several, I think, but there's, like, I think 2 or 3, like, main apps, right? And so what happens is these people, and you can sign up and do one yourself too, but you can make a cache and put it anywhere. And then if people find it, they open it up. It's like, you know, a little, you know, sometimes you leave, like, a little trinket in there for them.
That's cool.
Or sometimes, like, you just sign a book in there, or, you know, whatever. You take a picture of it. But they give you basically a coordinate to where the geocache is and a riddle to how to find it. And so some of them are like in the middle of Tulsa behind a McDonald's sign, right?
Awesome.
And, obviously, it kind of works on the honor system. Don't be a piece of shit. If you find the cache, put it back. You know what I mean? Don't be an asshole. But I always thought it was really cool. I've just never really done it. But I've seen and I know people that do it. And it's a thing. Like, if you Google, like, how many geocaches, I bet
there's tons of them
everywhere.
Have you seen the painted rocks people do? Those
I feel like that's a part of the geocache thing.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Because we've gone, like, when we went to Eureka last weekend, we found a dope rock. Like, it was painted, and then it had a cool Bible verse on the back of it. Mm-hmm. And this was not in a place anybody could get to. Like, you had to literally, like, number one, you're on private property, but number two, it was way down into a valley. And then you had to go off trail a little bit, go over this river or this creek bed, and then there was a waterfall. You had to climb under the waterfall.
I'm out.
Well, it literally, like, we went up under the waterfall because we're looking for, like, fossils and geodes. In Oklahoma and Arkansas, it's all like limestone and shale because it was all like sea at one point. And so it's kind of easy to find, like, fossils if you just kind of go, like, if you're around water and you're around those kind of, like, breakable rocks, there's a good shot you're going to find a fossil or a geode. And so we're climbing back in there looking, and I mean, found this dope rock. Like, it's cool. And Cameron, she found one at Woodward Park. We were hiking around there. She found a cool one there that's the same kind of, like, for low money, like, because it almost costs nothing to go do these things, and like, it's pretty fun. Like, it is actually pretty cool. Like, I need to show you the geodes that we found. Like, we found some, I mean, ridiculous, like, geodes that people will spend money for sure.
So, right there, that's I think this is the main app. It's called geocaching, and yeah.
The Controlled Burn, now sponsored by Geocache, and use promo code.
Like, if you see, like, some of them are on private property, and, like, people know, it's cool. Like, if they see you out in a certain area, they know
they're not gonna,
they're not gonna come out blasting. But yeah, man, some of them are like, look, like, that's. I don't know if you just saw that, but, like, some of them are like magnets and stuck to something. Some of them are laying in the woods. Some of them are buried. And, like, it's just, like, little shit like that. And they've got a book in them, and you sign your name to it and the date and time you found it and everything. I thought it was really cool. Here's the thing, man. Me and Samantha are too freaking busy, and we're fat, so we don't like to go out, But, no. But, like, I've always wanted to do it. We just never have time to do that kind of shit. And when we do have time, we're doing softball and shit and other things. So, yeah, I think it'd be a good time.
No, we're finally at that point of the year where, like, it's manageable to be outside with kids. Because, like, I mean, it's been, like, what? Like, the high has been, like, 89. But then at night, it's dropping down into the 50s. So, if you can, like, camping right now, I think, for me, is perfect. Like, nobody's swimming right now, so you don't really have to worry about, kids drowning. You just get to enjoy the woods. We did have uncomfortable amount of ticks on us. That was a problem.
I hate those. I hate them, bro.
Bro, she found a cluster of them on Bird that were, like, microscopic. Or they were tiny.
Oh, I hate it.
They were straight up ticks, but they were tiny. Like, I'd never seen a tick that small. And she found, like, a patch of them on her.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Talk to me.
What's going on in our industry? Do we have a hot box report?
I mean, I could pull one out of my ass if you wanted to cue up the music.
We bring you the OKCTL Hot Box Report.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Dope.
Probably dirty.
That's the controlled
Probably last up.
Hot Box Report.
Boom. Hey, what's up, everybody? So I needed to drop some knowledge on you guys.
Drop some knowledge on us, Dan.
Dropping knowledge with the...
You ain't finna drop no knowledge.
Okay, so Just wanted to hit y'all with an update. Cowboy Cup will be going on December 12th and the 13th. Nah, man, there's not a lot going on this week, okay? Let's be honest. So, you know, in lieu of not a lot going on this week, I want everybody to pull out your smoke of choice, light up a joint, hit a dab with me, just taking a moment of silence for fuck-aroundery, and giddy up. That's when we needed a cricket. Jeep, jeep. I see him moving. He's about to. Hey, there we go. Thank you. Preach.
Are you being?
No, dude. So it dead ass. As of right now, I've had a handful of people mention or ask, or I've seen it on groups. Are we trending in the right direction on State Question 837 as far as the signatures go? Me and Brandon, we got to be a part of this, you know, kind of cool Kid Club meeting over Zoom a week or so ago, and he didn't want to officially put out any numbers. That's Jed Green, but he would say,
Jedster.
He was fine for this to go on record that they basically had put out. It was a little over half of what signatures they needed collected. They put all of that out into dispensaries, knowing that they were printing more and they had more coming. And they basically gave themselves like a we'll probably get these all filled in like 2 weeks. They had to expedite that second order. So it basically,
that's good.
We are trending very, very much so in the right direction. Signature collection has been, I mean, there's a couple places where they've been going slow, but then there's a handful of places where they've had to like reorder packets.
Bro, there's some negative Nancys or haters or people that have knowledge that we're not privy to, which I don't believe that at all. I mean, here's the thing, man. We're not, we're not the FBI.
Yeah, we're not in.
We're not the CIA.
But we in a little bit.
But we got a couple ins. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not just too damn much that goes on with old Brandon over here can't at least hear about it. So I feel like I've just seen some negativity.
What are they?
Just some negative titty. You know what I'm saying? About like 837 and stuff. I don't know.
Well, they're doing something kind of dope that I'm kind of like. I haven't seen it come out just yet, but Orca.
Oh, okay. I did know where we were going with this.
Well, no, they've got a leaderboard that they're working on. Where?
Oh yeah. What's the update on that? Do you know?
So it's still coming.
Okay.
But it's going to be sick when it does, because it's going to show basically which dispensaries have collected the most signatures in what areas.
That's cool.
Well, because at the end of the day, me and you know, like, we've sold enough product to dispensaries before we were, on the dark side, that budtenders are the ones selling all of your products.
Oh yeah.
And collecting these signatures.
Oh yeah.
Like, if there's a team of budtenders at any dispensary that wholeheartedly believe in 837 or wholeheartedly believe in your product,
they all better.
Dude, they're getting signatures. Like, before Metric went live, before we had to deal with tags and all that, I made it a point to make sure every budtender that worked in a dispensary that my product was in loved my product.
Hold on. I have an announcement. Okay, carry on.
That was nice. I just wooded up. Hey!
Thank you.
Yeah, so we've got that leaderboard coming. That's going to be dope. I haven't, so when you're saying negative, have you read anything like tangible, like why they don't like it?
No, they're just haters. That's all I was saying. I was just talking shit because they were talking shit, honestly. No, I just don't. I
haven't heard one negative, like, I haven't heard one real thing why it's a bad thing. And that's what I've been waiting for.
It's not necessarily about, it wasn't about that at all. I mean, there's always going to be people that talk shit. And I don't know. I guess it's just the internet, but people I just don't understand people, man. Like, can you imagine just your life and you're just like, I'm going to get on Facebook and be negative in comments about people and things.
Me and you both have friends, or, we say that loosely.
Acquaintances.
I'm not even that much. People that are on our Facebook, we're friends selected, that, go crazy on politics. And like, I hit someone, because I don't ever comment. Like, I keep it, like, I'll get fired up sometimes and I'll jump and stuff, but I try not to engage in all that. But it was this girl that I've known for years, and she just, I
know who you're talking about.
Political. And it's like
crazy.
Well, and lost family members, lost friends, and they like celebrate it. They're like, let me see how many people I can get, off my friends list with this post, and like say that shit.
I wonder if they ever took a step back and realized how ignorant that sounds. I'm going to be defensive about something that I really don't know that much about. That's what bothers me so bad about, I'm just going to say it, the far right, the far left, both of them. If you are just a blind, like,
that's what it is.
Either side, you're a dumbass. You just are. Because
you can't be in my foxhole. Like, when shit goes down, nah, bro.
If that's how strongly, if you feel so strongly about things like that, your news comes from usually one place, and anybody who gets any bit of information that they live their life off from one source is dumb. It's completely dumb. It just blows my mind.
Well, it's that same old school mentality, but it's even worse now, because you had,
because we're in the information era, and you have access. Just because you have access doesn't mean you are doing the work.
Well, everybody has a voice.
Well, that too.
Like,
yeah.
we got, we have a voice. Hey, like it's, but we also make it very clear that we are stupid.
Man, that's like 2 or 3 weeks in a row we've mentioned politics. What's happening?
Dude, we're making a shift. Well, I didn't want to announce this episode, but I will be co-running with Brandon Fountain. He's going to be running for your national state secretary.
Remix.
No, bro, no, we ain't political, but
That's funny.
It's been funny because I hit her with the Cat Williams gangbanging on bacon.
You gangbanging on bacon?
Jesus Christ. Wake up and smile.
Did you hit her with that?
Yeah, I did, straight up. She didn't even hit me with her like. I just, because I woke up in a good mood and I'm like, God, already. Like, ugh. Like, stop.
Imagine just 8 o'clock in the morning, you're up and you're just like, I need to go get on some. I need to go get on some of these damn Trumpers.
Dude, it's bananas. But we love you. God bless y'all. If you could try,
bless your hearts.
If you take anything away from Shane Davis, try to take some of that energy and shift it somewhere else. And whatever that else is, it'll be better off. I promise.
So I read something interesting.
What?
I just it's like, sometimes I get into this. You ever heard of a guy named Troy Lake?
I don't think so.
Let me just read you a little bit.
It kind of sounds familiar, but I'm not.
So, this is from this website is the Cowboy State Daily. I literally just Googled his name and went to the first one. I've read a few things about it, but Wyoming man in prison for removing EPA mandated filters. And he's actually currently right now, what's made it the buzz come around is he's trying to get a Trump to pardon him. But listen to this. So,
and what did he do? Okay, yeah.
A 65-year-old Wyoming man is in federal prison for pulling EPA mandated emission systems from ailing diesel's engines. So basically, if you know, and I don't know, I think this is specifically for big rigs, like big motors, but equivalent to, you remember, so you're not really a car guy, but I'll give you, so there's this Ford motor called the 6.0, okay? And the Ford 6.0 diesel motor is a really bad motor factory,
Uh-huh.
However, if you do about $3,000 to $4,000 worth of work to it, it's like the best motor ever, right? It's like a really, really good motor. And this is just opinion. A lot of people will say, right? But it's known for having, when you get one of these motors, you need to do the head studs and you need to delete the EGR, right? Mm-hmm. That is basically effectively what that is. You know how on diesels they have that stuff that you have to put in called DEF fluid? Mm-hmm. It stands for diesel emissions fluid or something like that.
You might have forgot that I spent 5 years
true, that's right. Yeah,
working
I
at
forgot.
Freightliner Trucking.
I'm stupid, I forgot.
And I know everything you're talking about right now.
So basically, this guy, so no big motor shop like Freightliner, none of those guys. You bring in a big rig to them and you say, hey, I want you to delete all this bullshit. They're not going to fucking touch it because
it depends.
It's a federal crime, right? But there are some of the little, I almost said one's name, but I'm not going to do that because that's crazy. Whoa. I don't even know if they do it, right? But there are some, Bob's Diesel or, Joe's Diesel or, one of the,
Brother Love Diesel.
Yeah, some of those, right? That, they'll do some shit like that. Well, apparently Wyoming's not a very, there's not a whole lot of shit going on in Wyoming, so I'm assuming that he just got famous for,
Well, it's kind of crazy this made news, or that he landed himself in prison.
So, right.
That's crazy.
That's kind of the point of this, right?
Yeah, we know.
So because he
personally people who do this all the time.
Oh,
because if you stay out of California, which I'm assuming Wyoming's one of them too now, but
no,
California is one of those places that their emissions rules are so out of pocket that a lot of the drivers that I worked with just wouldn't go to California. They wouldn't take loads
But listen to this.
There.
This is why Wyoming is not one of those. It's not a California-like place at all. It's a very Oklahoma, Texas, Wyoming.
You would think. Yeah, you would think.
This doesn't have anything to do with the state of Wyoming. This is the federal government put this man in federal prison. He ain't in state trouble. He's in federal prison.
So who did he piss off? Whose wife did he
sleep
now
I haven't quite got that far into it, right?
Yeah.
But just quick excerpt. Because he removed emissions controls from diesels, a 65-year-old Wyoming man is bracing for his 6th month in federal prison. Troy Lake will also live out the rest of his days as a convicted felon unless he receives a pardon from President Trump. Lake's wife, Holly, and son, TJ, both hope the president does just that. Now, here's what's crazy, right? So now I wish I was more read up on this, but there has also been a lot of shit that has gone on with the EPA recently since the Trump administration. So we all know where Trump's at with red tape, emissions, all
Remove it all.
Exactly. He don't give a shit about that, right?
Let's go mine some coal.
But there has even been more, I guess, like, there's been some specific shit that's been going on where he's been like, nuts to this guy and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Well, long story short, this guy's serving a year in federal prison, right? Which I believe, if I understand it correctly, that means he's going to serve at least like 9 months because I think you got to serve at least 85% of your time in federal prison or something like that. Anywho, he's at FCI Florence in Colorado. So through his business, Elite Diesel, Troy was for years the go-to mechanic for over-the-road truckers and others running diesel engines. According to multiple trucking businesses owners who spoke with Cowboy State Daily, in about 2007, customers started approaching Lake because their trucks had problems, brand new off the lot. This is all TJ, his son, saying this, right? That coincided with the EPA tightening emission standards on heavy diesel trucks in 04 and again in 07.
Right.
Removing or deleting emissions control system wasn't Troy Lake's main business at that time, not even close. He ran a successful shop with 6 service trucks and jobs in the gold mining industry. Holly Lake told Cowboy State News. But customers of ours, quite a few of them, would buy new trucks every year and start running into those issues, and they'd ask Dad if he could fix it. And we found a way. The culprits at the time were systems in trucks that recirculated exhaust into the engine's breathing or intake air supply. They were built to limit exhaust particles, so DEF, right?
Right.
he disabled those systems. His ability to do so spread via word of mouth, and customers came to him. No advertising needed. So he got really good at it. People realized he was doing it.
You make good money doing it, too.
Exactly.
Yeah, you make damn good money.
As the EPA heightened its emissions restrictions and manufacturers built more complex filtration and recirculation systems around them, Troy Lake's deletes grew more sophisticated, too. So apparently he just got better as the EPA got stricter and their systems got more advanced. He got real good at it, apparently. And here's the thing, man. Some of these new engines are fucking badass, dude. Like,
well, the trucks run better without
we're just
all of
better than we are now. Like, well, exactly, right?
It's crazy.
These trucks
like
run, if you had the same engineering and wiped those systems out, apparently these trucks just are that much better. So if they're this much stronger now with the regulations than they were back in the 70s and 80s, imagine if you had the none of their emissions bullshit, right? Anyways, so get this. In the years that followed, manufacturers started adding where's it at? Here we go. In the years that followed, manufacturers started adding diesel particulate filters to meet emission standards. Then they added selective catalytic reduction filters, and then the DEF, a chemical treatment usually urea-based, used to reduce nitrogen oxide output. As the EPA heightened its emissions restrictions and manufacturers built more complex filtration circulation systems around them, his deletes grew more sophisticated. Shit, I already read that. The business, here it is. The business spent around $350,000 on research and development. That wasn't just for performing the deletes, but for determining how the techs could make the engines run even cleaner through their tuning, said Holly. They spent $325,000 on EPA test bench, and they put more than $1 million into the other sophisticated equipment like engine and chassis dynamometers. But those don't count strictly as investments into the deletion technology, Holly clarified, since the shop used them for numerous other jobs. So basically, and this keeps going, the raid on October 18th, 2018, the government under Trump's first administration executed a search warrant on his shop, right? The Lakes call it a raid. It looked like a military operation, they said. Black SUVs converged on the block. Agents emerged in tactical gear and rifled through the business, the equipment, the personnel files, and all that. The Lake said an elite diesel employee were eating at the local Olive Garden at the time, and TJ, who was the son was remotely working for NASA while also helping at the diesel shop. U.S. Attorney's Office, the federal prosecutor who secured the 16 characterized it as a fruitful operation. Yeah. So basically, somehow or another, this guy, I wonder if it was because his son worked at NASA and they were like,
no, they pissed somebody off somewhere. Because that's 100%. They zoomed in on them.
I bet you. You know what I could see happening?
The competitors.
100%. The premier truck groups or the blah 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 of Wyoming were like,
well, yeah.
Oh, you gonna take our business, dog? Yo, EPA.
When you see these truck shops, you just look around. You'll see 4 more. Like, they're all clustered together in every town in America. And if you've got this, TJ's diesel over there killing it and taking away their business, because you said the particulate filters, the DPF filters, multiple of those go on every truck, and those are expensive. I mean, just to switch those out, and you have to switch those out pretty often, like, you're spending a pretty penny on them.
Bro, listen to this. So I'm not going to keep reading anymore because it's taking forever, but basically as you read into this, the main part of it is that, they've got the tip somehow, they did the raid, but this was the first ever kind of thing of this and of its kind.
Right.
They wanted to make an example. They literally, the prosecutor literally said it. We're going to make an example of this. We need to show people that this is not something to fuck around with.
That's so wild, dude. Like, that's it. Well, and you said that this initially happened under Trump's administration. So why would they think they're even standing a chance to be pardoned by Trump?
Well, here's the thing. If I know Donald Trump, and I don't know him at all, but what I'm saying is if I understand how he ticks, I could absolutely see him. Just because this happened under Trump's administration, I bet you Donald Trump didn't even know about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, probably not.
I bet he didn't even have a sniff of it going on.
He had a short little press conference today.
What a weird one. It was weird.
It
but
was- well,
here's
it
the
was
thing.
funny.
It wasn't really a press conference. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. That's why you sent that to me.
Mm-hmm.
I do see the weirdness to it, but
It was a
also,
flex.
but also he's also talking to a group of soldiers. Like,
Oh, was he? I didn't.
it was to like
notice
it was
that.
to like intelligence officials and soldiers, I think. So that's why it was very like, just kind of
Casual.
mundane, casual, whatever.
Well, he hit him with basically one of Putin's underlings insinuated that they're happy to go to nuclear war with us, and so
It's crazy for anybody to be happy to go to nuclear war.
Wild.
Bitch, that's
It's-
not nothing happy about that.
Nothing. And so
Which I do appreciate the fact that he acknowledged how not
he's like, we don't play with those
yeah,
words.
that isn't.
That's
yeah.
a
That's the whole
right.
funny part.
I
There's
was
two
hesitant.
N-words.
Yeah, I was like,
there's
ugh.
two N-words, nuclear and the other one.
There's
and you don't
two
say either one
N-words
of them.
you can't say.
Exactly.
And
That's
he goes, we have a submarine there, 25 years ahead of them.
Maybe two of them. He said.
Well, and then, you're right, dude. There's intelligence people in the background that are like, shut up. He's like, oh, there's two of them, but we can't talk about the second one. Like, it's like you just did,
Dude, honestly, you say that. In my opinion, I think that was more of a, haha. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because if you're Putin and you heard that, you're just like, you got two goddamn submarines that close to me. You know what I mean? I bet his ego does not like that.
Well, he switched his stance on Ukraine because now he's mad at Putin because he keeps jumping back and forth on who he's mad at.
Well, he's negotiating. You know what I mean?
Well,
he's getting something out of the deal.
He told Zelensky, he's like, there's a world where you get all the land back now that they took. Which 2 weeks ago we were making some sacrifices. You're gonna have to give up some land.
Well, and also the whole what is it? The capital there, the main land that they were going to give up. Kyiv or
well,
whatever.
they're not giving up Kyiv. Kyiv's not gonna. It's
Not
the,
Kyiv, but,
the one that Crimea.
Crimea.
Yeah, that's the one that they're gonna lose.
Well, that
regardless.
was
but.
Apparently, I don't know.
It was
about
their
this.
land, but Russia held it this whole time. Like, Russia's had a presence in Crimea this entire
Well, it was
time.
originally. Well, I guess
Well,
all of it
everything was originally
Russia.
Russia. Yeah.
That's fair.
Or the Soviet Union, or however. Yeah, but because Kyiv was the, I think it was the capital of the Soviet Union. I could be wrong about that. Actually, I think I am wrong. Moscow's always been the big guns.
I think you're onto something there, though. It has something to do with it being a capital or something. Like that.
Well, it's the capital of Ukraine for sure.
No, I meant Crimea.
No, Crimea was never any capital. Crimea is
There was
just
something
it's a
that-
good spot tactically.
Maybe that's what it is.
Because it's on a port, and you want, if you're Russia, you're not giving up Crimea. Like, it's just one of those that they're just not gonna. And they've held Crimea. Like, that was a few years before this happened. Russia went in and like dirty snatched Crimea. Like, they didn't officially on paper on land take it, but they've been holding Crimea for a while.
Not to switch the subject, but I am.
No,
gonna
we
switch
should.
subject.
Yeah,
I know that you have teased us. You've cock teased us a bit,
bro.
and I know you've been doing a little research. But is there any? What's the latest with old Carrie Chronic and all that bullshit?
So
and Airfest.
Curtain.
You don't have to
pull.
go into it, but just go into it a little bit.
This podcast today is usually we do these in the middle or later in the week. All of us have just got a lot going on.
Here, I'll take the listen. I was a cocksucker today. All right, let me tell y'all what happened. So we normally shoot these episodes on Wednesday. Now there has been several instances where either myself or Shane or Neat Media has needed that to not happen on Wednesday. And, usually we're all very good about communicating it in a, pretty good heads up and no big deal. Today is Tuesday. I literally yesterday was like, yeah, guys, we're still good for Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. Forgetting that I had literally been saying for 2 weeks that I'm probably going to take off Wednesday, which is, never want to take off the last couple days of a month. That's a terrible idea. But great time to take off the month's the first day of the month.
Right.
So
and we're talking in sales world.
Yeah, in the sales world, right. And also, there just so happens that Wednesday is the Arby's wristband night at the fair. And I want to take, we live in Skytook, so I'm not fucking doing a beggar ride pass. It's
right.
I'm not going to drive down there that much. My kids are too little. It's just stupid.
Well, now it's a card.
Yeah, so I see. Well, you still have to get the band, though. It's just a one band. You see, when we were kids, you had a different colored band every day of the week.
Yeah, and you had to make sure it survived.
We collected them.
Uh-huh.
No. You got a new one every day.
Well, I know, but you had to get through the day.
Like, yeah. They were
had
paper.
to-
They were shit.
Yeah.
Well, so for the last 5-6 years, it's been a cloth wristband, and it's got like a almost like a zip tie thing where it goes in one side fine, but it does not come out.
Right.
And they put that cloth thing on, and that's the one that you have, and it's got a QR code on it, so you can't cheat anymore. Because when I was kids, this is, dude, I gotta tell you, fun. This is good. So when I was a kid, now I didn't because I was always fat, but all of my skinny friends, they would, put their wristband on, and they would just make sure the people put it on a little bit looser.
Right.
And then they would slip it off and give it to their friends after they were done, so your friends
they
go.
ain't cheap.
Or you could walk up to the gate and hand that wristband so your friend can get in, right? Even though you both might not be able to ride the ride together because the wristband will get you in the fair as well. Well, my buddy Tony and me, we had a hustle, bro, where we made those wristbands printed, used clear tape, and literally, because, dude, those dudes didn't care.
No.
They didn't give a
And
shit.
there's 100 gates.
The carnies didn't. The gate people cared. The carnies did not. So if you wanted to ride all the rides you wanted, you just got in line, and as long as you weren't weird about it, you just held up your man and walked on. They weren't inspecting it to see if it was fake. They didn't give a shit. But Tony specifically, man, he was good. Like he made them, bro.
Tony's a hustler.
And he would go in the morning, get the wristband, come back home, make a copy of it, and go out there, and he would sell them. And he had a hustle. But he always made his own too. Anyways,
right.
But yeah, Wednesday is the Arby's wristband. So for $40, it gets you. It's your gate admission. Plus, you can ride all the rides you want, and it's $40. And if you go to Arby's, it's that's what makes it $40. It's $47, but if you go to Arby's and get a coupon, it's $40. So I was like, you know what? That's the perfect day. I don't want to take my kids as I get older and I get, I guess, wiser, or maybe I'm a little bitch now. I'm not sure, but I don't want to go on the weekends.
It's too much.
When the little thugs are going to be there doing stupid shit. I want to go on a weekday, middle of the day, no lines. Just
and there's already been tons of videos of fights, like chaos happening. Yeah. Well, and then, dude, and I hate to put this out into the universe, but the amount of shootings in public places that have happened in the last couple of years, like, dude, I'm good. Like, it's just not.
There was the police, the Tulsa County Sheriff's Office did
I saw this, yeah.
They did a thing there, and it's so funny, man, because I watched it, and there was a lot of people, like, kind of talking shit on it. And there was
don't be somebody that
well, and it wasn't
is
even
affected.
that, but like there's
because it's a face recognition. That's for warrants and for what's the word I'm looking like? Not convicts, but
let me just say it wasn't for bench warrants. Okay,
no,
he specifically said for felony warrants. If you have a felony warrant,
if you're on the run, if you're a fugitive, that's the word.
If you went and got a speeding ticket and didn't pay it, I think you're fine to go to the fair. I don't think they're going to waste their resources trying to find somebody to take him to jail for a $135 bench warrant, right? Don't be a dumbass. But, call me crazy, but I appreciate the fact that I can, as a dad, I appreciate the fact that our police force, department, whatever, I can go up, I can get my kids fingerprinted, I can get a picture of them, and now I have a little bit less concern of my kid getting away from me and never seeing him again. Like, I appreciate that. I really do. You know what I mean? Like,
Deterrent
I do.
For the worst people. Like it's gonna keep a lot of people who ought not be there from going, which is great. Yeah.
I wish I could find the word that this person used. I'm trying to look it up, and it was
Exacerbate.
No, but
did you see there was this was like back in the day, and I want to say it was for the Miami Dolphins. It might have been somebody else.
Nobody gives a shit about the Miami Dolphins, bro.
Well, they did this fugitive roundup. And they basically,
yes,
dude, they call, and this is back in the day where there was wasn't cell phones. Like, they called all these fugitives because they had their numbers, and they called around, and they basically said, "Hey,
they worked with a radio station."
That's what,
everybody knew.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they got in, and they told people that they won Super Bowl tickets.
Dead ass. Literally, and they had this whole operation. You come down, on the Super Bowl, you meet here, and they rounded everybody up in there. They even had female police officers dressed like cheerleaders, and they literally got everybody in this room, and then had them all right, now you got to walk through here, and one by one, started arresting them,
and they were cheering for them and everything. Like, you're the winner,
yeah. And there was a ton
when
of
they
dudes,
went around the corner.
Boom. Got. Well, and there's even people after they were arrested, they were like, so hold on, are we not gonna watch the game? It still didn't click just yet that, no, bud, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
It's which, here's the thing, I think that is genius.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, is it shitty? Yeah. It sucks, right? But also it's pretty funny, dude.
Yeah, it's great. I would have high-fived somebody if I would have been a part of that. That'd have been awesome. The guy who came up with that, genius.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Oh man, I wish I could have found that damn. Oh, here we go. What was the word that was used that it just I kept seeing it, and I just kept replaying it in my mind, how about that? Oh well.
Well, basically.
But yeah, that's long story short. So they've always had those camera things, but now they've spent a shit ton of money.
It's legit.
It's legit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's facial recognition. And it's not just for the criminals, but it's also for lost kids. Like, if you go there to the booth, they'll fingerprint your kid for you if you want. They'll take a picture of them, and then they'll upload it into that software so that basically they can track your kid anywhere on the midway.
That's cool.
Or in the parking lots. So if your kid gets away from you, they can, bam.
That's cool.
I appreciate that. I get it. You're not trusting. You think the government. My thing is, dude, if the government wants a picture, if all they need is a picture of your child,
they can have
don't go to Walmart. Don't go to school. They can have it. If the government's trying to do something, they can do it. And you letting them take a picture of your kid so in case they get lost, they can be found. They don't need it, brother. I promise you.
The worry, where my crazy brain goes to is, you've seen, there's this weird one in Major League Baseball recently where I forget their names, but there's a redheaded white dude with a goatee, and then he's 30, and there's this other guy that plays on a completely different team that's 26, redheaded white dude, the goatee, and they look identical. If you Google baseball players, yeah, dude, there's the amount of times, which I'm a basic looking, I'm a chubby white guy with a beard that wears a hat. The amount of times I go to it's Mavericks now, but it was a come and go. I know the people at my gas station, that's closest to my house. I've been going there for years. I know them. The amount of times these people will be like, dude, you were just here. No, I wasn't. You mean yesterday? No, you were here 20 minutes ago. It's nah, I was not. I get that more than you would think.
Must be some ugly, chubby dude running around and walking beside you, bro.
It's crazy. I'm scared I'm going to get in trouble one day because old boy's going to be out with some girl.
I mean, you got, there's the whole, you mean in trouble with your, old lady?
Yeah.
I thought you meant with the law. I was about to say, brother, they got to be able to prove it. If anything, all it's going to do is get you.
I'm just going to see
hey, you,
video of me just smacking cops. Whoa, that is not me.
I'm gonna be like, you know what? Matter of fact, we haven't seen him.
You're right. Well, and they do those cell phone
playing into it,
pings, right? If we clearly go to the same gas station, so we're in the same area, they're gonna hit me with my ping. I'm like, it still is not me.
Oh shit!
And my dad has told me. He hit me with this a couple times in my life.
He's been hoeing.
Well, he's like, you might have a brother out there who's about 10 years older than you. I'm like, huh.
No shit.
I mean, I don't know if he truly believes it or not, but he has mentioned it a couple times.
I mean, we know it's in your DNA to be a hoe.
God, wouldn't that be crazy? God, that'd be wild.
Damn, bro. Well, hey, here's the thing, man. I've experienced it.
Yeah.
It's not that crazy, actually.
It's really not.
It's not that
It's
crazy.
fairly, like, hey.
Shit happens.
Brother.
Bro, I could find out about 20 more siblings, and it wouldn't even faze me. I'm like, oh, right on. I told you we found another one, right? So Cassie, the one I talked to,
how
the
many
one I'm close to,
siblings do you officially have blood ties to?
9-ish, something like that. Like, I don't know. There's
RG
allegedly a few more, but there is another like confirmed one that's older than all of us. And Cassie sent me a picture of her. Like, she friends with her and talks to her. Cassie's into, like, she's about it now. Like, she spent her whole life like not wanting to fuck with any of us because she hated my dad, and I get it.
Straight up
felt.
Yeah.
But now that she's like, okay with it, especially now that he's dead, she's just like, I mean, she's just super into like finding and talking to him and all this, and like, I just don't give a shit. Like,
it's a very broad
don't give a shit.
spectrum of mamas. Like,
yeah,
when you look, because I've seen a good chunk of your siblings, and you're all very different, but you all have a touch of the RG. Like, you all have something that links you guys all together.
I will say, bro, I looked at all the ones that I know of, like the women, like the moms, like old photos, like from back in the day. Boy could pull them. Like, like, my mom was real pretty back in the late 80s and early 90s. Cassie's mom, real pretty. Even Holly and River, the youngest ones, their mom is like, she's a crackhead. But even back then, like, I was like, okay. Like, you could tell she was,
I saw a picture of your dad.
He looked like Billy Ray Cyrus, bro.
He was, well, in RG, tall, confident, could sing, could play guitar, play drums. Yeah. Like, he
could fight.
Yeah.
Just everything. Everything you would want to be in the 90s, he had it. He all of it. Except for, provide money. He didn't do that worth of shit. But
he's a rambling man. He's a little bit of that.
Oh, man, dude.
But basically, before we get out of here, because we do gots to go,
yeah,
we put this together in about an hour. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. It's been great. And the Carey Chronicles are coming.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this.
Dude, I'm stoked. It's I just want to make sure our production team has a couple things, and we can, not just talk about it, but show about it.
We're really not in, I want to preface this again.
We're Switzerland.
We're not invested in this at all, other than there's so many people invested in this.
Well, it's crazy because
that's the only reason.
You can't go in a group right now without some mention of it.
And it's everywhere.
And honestly, at this point, because it's been weeks since this event took place, at this point, usually the news cycle has moved on.
Well, any situation has fizzled out and gone away, and every once in a while someone mentions it, and that's it. No, dude, it's just as active now as it was when the whole Airfest debacle happened.
Dude,
it's actually crazy.
They... Chronic Docs, but they're commenting on it every day. Like, they're kind of keeping it going. And then
Chronic Docs,
yeah,
that's because she owns that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're just keeping it alive. And And then there's a handful of people that are going, like, I mean, it's warfare right now. Like, there's litigation being tossed out or threatened back and forth, and it's
Well, I've
wild.
seen her been going to the sheriff's office and stuff to do stuff. And
Well, and
you're gonna present it all to us, aren't you?
the problem that I think, because like I said, like we're Switzerland. I've never been wronged by anybody involved.
I don't even know if I've had a conversation with.
Me and you did. Yeah, me and you did with Wally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's her husband.
We were negotiating a spot at Chronic Palooza. Was the last time we talked to them. But
That's been gone a long time, hasn't it?
yeah, a few years, couple years.
Damn, has it been that long?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
But what she keeps on doing, and yeah, we'll go through all this, but she's poking the bears. Like,
why.
she's been making like video after video where she has this like Cruella de Vil style laugh.
Like she's doing it on purpose.
She's definitely igniting the flames.
Gotcha.
Because
Okay.
if she would have just taken the L and sat back, it would be gone by now.
Allegedly.
But they keep on, like, they even shared their like Facebook like interactions and views and all that. Mm-hmm. And their stuff's gone up like 10,000%. Like,
so it's
people
okay.
are. So there's I guess an incentive maybe to keep it alive.
Makes sense.
But at the same time, it's like, dude, you're kind of building like a case for people, like if they really wanted to. And it seems like they didn't just piss off, people in our world. Like they pissed off people not in our world.
Gotcha. Outside of cannabis.
Right.
Okay.
And we're all kind of like, the abused girlfriend at this point. We're all pretty, we're kind of like, I know, but the state really does love us. And, you know what I mean? Like, we're all trying to keep it together. But people outside of this industry that are just working in regular old corporate America, like, nah, they ain't playing those games. They have not seen the things we have. So stay tuned. We love you guys. I'm good. You have anything else?
No.
Well, I am Shane Davis.
And I am Brandon Fountain.
And we are the Controlled Burn.
Smoke weed every day.